René Colato Laínez is a U.S.-based Salvadoran immigrant and the author of 12 children's books with a unique perspective. He's writing about children in the immigration system and their interactions with the immigration service. The most impressive element of Colato Laínez's storytelling is that he's able to craft a hopeful end to the story without making any false promises to the reader. He's won dozens of awards and honors for his children's books, and we are thankful that he's able to join us today. Renee?
Hello.
How are you? Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, me too. I am very happy to be here.
So, Renee, tell me a little bit about your journey to the United States. You were born in El Salvador, and I understand you came here as a 14-year-old.
I remember, like, from El Salvador to Guatemala, we walked the bridge, and then we took a bus to go to Guatemala City. But in Guatemala, we have to take, there is a river from Guatemala to Mexico, and we took like a little boat.
Was it scary to do all of that as a 14-year-old? Were you scared doing that?
Yeah, especially the last part, coming to the United States and crossing the mountains. That was really scary because I was not expecting that.
So what inspired you now to start writing children's books about children going through the immigration process?
Yeah, I am also an elementary teacher, and all my students are from Latin America, and most of their parents are immigrants. Most of the children also are immigrants. Some were born here in the United States, but still they had that feeling of separation, that feeling of they feel that something bad can happen to their parents. And also, I am an immigrant myself, so writing about immigrant children, I also writing about my own experience.
You wrote a book from north to south about a mom who gets deported. Tell me how you were able to write that. Was that hard to write?
I had a girl named Berenice in kindergarten, and one day she was crying because her father was deported to Mexico. So I decided to write a book to Berenice and to all those children who were in that experience. And this is what I brought Renee from north to south. So in this story, Jose, he meets his mom, and it's everything about separation. And the book starts when the mother is deported, and the book ends when Jose has a dream that one day the mom will become together. What I'm telling the children is maybe at this time they are not together, but there is hope in the future.
Some of the kids in your classroom or have gone through your classes in the past several years, have your books or your experiences been able to help them?
Yes, I have received some, not only for my students, but especially from north to south. I have received so many letters from parents who are away from their children, and for children who are away from their parents too.
Now, you following the news lately, and on the front page of every newspaper in the United States is the children being separated at the borders right now. How do you think, you've experienced this as a 14-year-old, so you know what it's like to cross the border with a parent. You lived it. You weren't separated, I assume, from your parent.
No.
I guess it's got to be tough, very tough for them. I think tough is an understatement, very tough for them. What are your thoughts on all of this?
Yeah, it is really tough because when you leave your country, like for especially when I left El Salvador, it's very far away. And in your mind, you have a goal, Tijuana. Oh, because that was my father told me. When we get to Tijuana, we are very close to Los Angeles, to California. So through that journey, it's like you are running a marathon, and you're hoping to go to that finish line. And when you're finally there and you're celebrating, yeah, I made it, right. They take you away. No, they take you away from that, and that's the feeling like when you finally made it. When you feel like I am finally here, you get caught by immigration, and then it is a new nightmare.
So tell me about some of your well-known books here.
This is my shoes and this is my real journey, because I received brand new shoes from my mom for Christmas to come to the United States. And this actually is my book, living in El Salvador, and then crossing Guatemala, and then finally Mexico.
And this is your entire story On the new
I think,
and the new shoes your mother bought you for the journey.
yeah, this is my father and I. So this is actually my own story, crossing the mountains
And
and the river.
is this a book for what age group?
This is for elementary children. They can read this book by level by second grade.
So now you have another book. It's called Renee Has Two Last Names. Tell me about that book.
This is my story about coming to school for the first time. But in this book, Renee will present a family tree to the class, and then they will tell everyone how important it is to have two last names. One of my most popular books is The Tooth Fairy Meets the Raton Perez.
The Tooth Fairy meets who?
El Raton Perez.
Uh-huh.
Because in Raton Perez, in Latin America, we don't have a tooth fairy, but we have a mouse. The mouse is our tooth fairy. It's El Raton Perez.
You came from a war-torn country. You crossed over several countries to make it to America as a 14-year-old. You have ultimately got your green card and you're a citizen. You're contributing to the culture and the well-being of the United States of America. Tell me if you feel you've reached your American dream.
Personally, I have accomplished my American dream. As a child, I wanted to be a teacher. That was my main dream. And I am a teacher. And also my other dream was to become a writer, to publish my own books, and I am also doing that. My books are everywhere on the internet, Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble, and also you can get my books to my publishers. They are also online, and I wish for the future, for those children who are crossing the border, for those children who are here, that there will be the same opportunities for them.
Renee, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming on. Your books are amazing.
Okay, thank you.